Hello again, and welcome to another Destiny video. In this video, we will be exploring possible future DLC content. Now keep in mind that not all data mine content makes it in the game, so we do not know whether this is cut content or future content. Nevertheless, let's get into this. First up, we have the exotic weapon core material, whose description reads, for making ultimate improvements to high quality weapons. Now what exactly are these high quality weapons? We don't know, but my assumption is that they are just exotic weapons, because right now, in the Destiny game, the highest quality weapon that you can obtain is an exotic. Now of course, if there is a material to make ultimate improvements to high quality weapons, there must of course be a Yang material for making ultimate improvements to high quality armor, and sure enough, there is. Here is the exotic armor shard material, whose description reads, for making ultimate improvements to high quality armor. Now, as with the high quality weapons, this is probably exotic armor, but we do not know at this point. We don't even know if this is future content or not. This may just be cut content. Whatever the case, it's still very interesting to explore. Next up we have the Vex Raid Rare Exotic Material, whose description reads, Vex Raid Rare Material for Vex Exotic Weapon Blueprint. Now, what does one instantly think of when they read this? The Vex Mythoclast, the only Vex exotic weapon in the game. Now, why would we need an exotic weapon blueprint for a weapon that we can already obtain? Who knows, but one guess is the Vex Mythoclast 2.0. And by that I mean a new version of the Vex for a new DLC, meaning that its stats would reflect the highest weapon type in the game at that point in time. A new updated Vex. Now this is great news if this is in fact true, because who doesn't want a new updated Vex? And if this is the case, where do we obtain this Vex Raid Rare material? Now the question raised is, where would one obtain this material? Now, the obvious answer would be the Vault of Glass raid. However, this may not be the case. But if it is, does this mean that Bungie are finally picking up old content in the game which they dropped off? In this case, the raid. If so, I believe this is a very bold step forward from Bungie. Next, we have the Epoch Splinter. Slivers of glass used by the Vex. Isotopic dating suggests their age ranges across billions of years, past and future. Now, where would we see such a material? My guess, again, is the Vault of Glass. Just read the description. It uses the word glass, slivers of glass, used by the Vex. Now what this may be used for, again, no one knows. No one knows much about any of this data mined content. Now if we take a look back at the Vex Raid Rare, both items have the exact same texture. 3 little bars or strips. The only thing that is different is the background. Obviously, the Vex Raid Rare features a yellow background as it is an exotic material, and the Epoch Splinter features a purple background as it is legendary. Now the fact that they share the same texture would imply that they drop from the same area, such as the Vault of Glass. Next up, we have vehicle and ship shader templates. Now what exactly are these? Well, they are what the name suggests, shaders for your vehicles and ships. Now by vehicles, I assume it means Sparrow, because right now, the only vehicle in the game that Guardians can freely use is the Sparrow. Now the description reads, a layer of translation code that allows a shader to interface with vehicle coatings, or for the ship to interface with ship hull coatings. Now what does that mean? It practically means applying a shader to vehicles and ships. Now this is great, I love the idea. Next up is the Pursuer Ghost Shell, a legendary ghost shell, purple and maroon in colour. Now if you ask me, that is one sick looking ghost and I can't wait to get my hands on it. That is, of course, if it is implemented into the game. Now this probably isn't future DLC content, as its icon features the Taken King symbol. Now, what this does imply though, is that this may be future content for the Taken King, and as has been mentioned previously in the weekly update, there is more content to come to the Taken King. Next, something a little bit stranger, the Eye of Eternity emblem. Now, there's little more than I can say than Illuminati confirmed. Now for something even stranger than that, a new heavy weapon type known as the camera, and for show, here is the antique camera. An ancient recording device. There is no film, but the cryptarchs say you can still see the past when you look through it. Now, funnily enough, it has an upgrade. Custom optics, precision glass for better zoom. Now, why would we need cameras in Destiny, and why do they take up a heavy weapon slot? Again, all very good questions that we may never see the answers to. Lastly, I want to show you guys something different, a mission reward called the Warmind Cell. A holographic memory element of Golden Age derivation, perhaps full of revelations, if the Tau Cryptarch can crack it. Now, what could this be for? One guess is that it was cut content for the Sleeper Simulant. Others say it may be related to the Warmind of Mars, Charlemagne. Who knows? Now, if you guys want to do your own exploring of data-mined content found in the database, check out Destiny Tracker's item database. I'll include a link to that in the description. So that's all for this video. Drop a like, drop a sub, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below.